Welcome to another episode of Shadowhunter Tutorials. So, today we are going to be configuring KalsComms. There's not much to configure around on it. It's basically a plug and play, but you can do a lot in the styles when it comes to customizing the look of the in-game chat. So, first thing you're going to do, you're going to start by going to the Kals account, resources, or Kals website, resources. Make sure to download the correct one. I'm going to be doing for ASA. The config is exactly the same between the two there. See more details. And once you have downloaded it, you can just go ahead and extract. And as usual, I'll end up copying this file to my server's configs folder. Okay, so once you have it in there, you go and you right click. Okay, so the config.json there's nothing that you can do in there. It's merely just a config for testing. Your styles is basically where you're going to do all your configs. Now, this is the default styles. I'm going to load it with the default styles to get the authentication on it. Then I'll go through the styles that I've created for my servers that you can then see what can be done and more. So, being a plug and play, literally you can just copy it. I'm for now only going to load this into a single server. Okay, so as it loads, you'll see that it'll tell you you've got an available open license for ASA if you have subscribed to it. And it'll then say you can use that. What you can do before you load the plugin, you can go to your account, then go to resources, select the comms plugin that you're using, and then use an existing server. Okay. It is not good practice to kill a server while it is starting, but this is a tutorial, so I'm not really cared about that map. I'm just going to kill it and start it again. Okay, yeah, you'll see that it has now authenticated the core plugin as well as the comms plugin at the bottom here. Okay. Going over the styles. So that styles would need to be used on all the maps. If you change the styles, then it needs to be synchronized to all maps. You need to set the same styles on all maps, otherwise you're going to start having weird issues with colors not matching and things like that. Okay. So on my default, for my default permission group, I've got name color set to all white. If something is null, you can actually remove it. It'll use the default setting anyways. All of this is defaulted, so you can delete things from the config over here, and it will just use the base file or the base default config. Okay, so you can change your ally. Let's say you're Spanish. You can change your ally to show that, so that then your server matches your language. So all of this is configurable. You can go same tribe. So this is the config I'm using for my unlinked players. Keep this in mind. They do not get any special functionality, any special features. They don't get a special color. Their chats are just white. The only thing that they do get is they get a tag, because the default they don't have any other roles. So they get a default unverified tag with a tag prefix of red X's, as well as the tag color, the name verified as red. So this is your prefix. Your prefix is before and after. What this will do is this will say open square bracket, tribe name, close square bracket. Going down to styles, what I've got for my maps is I've got South African maps and USA maps. My South African maps show a map name that is green. My South African shows green, and my USA maps show a map name that is blue. So yeah, you'll see my transparency 0 and my green at 255. Again, I can go and delete all of this because it's going to use the default. It doesn't need to be there. As I go down, map color for the next style, ZA, is going to be green. So if we start going down towards my event map, I've set for a color of black for the map name. USA is blue with no transparency on the name at all. When you start going further down, I'll also upload this config for you guys. So when you start going further down, you'll start seeing Discord. We will add in with a config from the Discord config as well, because Discord's comms uses the styles sheet that you use on all your maps. That is why I say use the same one, otherwise you confuse your config. So when my players link, they get the linked role in Discord, or the verified in Discord and link permission in game. It's going to use the permission group, and it'll now give them a green tick. Their name will be green, their tribe will be green, as well as their self-name green with no transparency. Tribe color green, but they'll then also have that tick to show that they are now verified. If you go down to my supporters, they'll get cyan on their self-name color, as well as the tag angels with star star. I'll show you what that looks like in Discord. So in Discord, you'll see the angels with verified and the username. And then the map name is green. So you can configure a baseline of permissions, many of them to do different things. Now, if you actually have a look here on the default, it'll give you the commented config as well. So if we go down to styles, everyone will be for everyone. Admin you can use for admin. I use a specific admin permission in my game. So basically synchronizing my admins from Discord to in-game without them having that constant admin's role. Permission group or permission server ID. These are your available options. You can even set character ID. So if I go character ID and I set my character ID, then specifically I'll be set to that specific style. Nice to use for server owners. That's about it though. I mean, upload that into your map as styles.json. So I don't believe in deleting the default. So upload that like that into the map, and it'll start using that specific styles in your Arc service chat. Thank you. I hope that was informative and helps you guys with your configs.